Oh, it's on. Oh, goodness. I was confused. I'm sorry. Um, I'm not snapping gum in this video. If you were on my other channel, this channel is not an ASMR channel. It's a channel where I just do whatever I feel like doing. So I don't have that many subscribers, but all right. So, but to those of you who are just tuning in here, I started on the other channel with a Google Hangout. I'm trying to figure out how Google Hangout works. And I had started doing my hair. I did my makeup over there. But over there, I'm snapping gum. So if snapping gum annoys you, you probably don't want to see that one. So here I was explaining how the Instyler works. There's 3 settings. This thing twirls around as you're doing your hair. It's a brush on one side and the twirler on the other side. And one dangerous thing is, I was explaining to the people on the, when you're doing your hair in the front, do not hold this. This is very hot. This barrel part is extremely hot. I have it on the highest setting. When you try to do your hair in the front, and if you hold this on the side of your forehead, you will burn your forehead. It's happened to me, it's happened to my mother, and it's happened to my sister-in-law. So it's obviously something that they should probably put a warning on there or something. But so when you're using the Instyler in the front, in the back, and be careful in the back too, you could burn the back of your neck. You know, just try to keep it like with any curling iron. But in the front, maybe you tend to forget or something, because all 3 of us burned our foreheads on 3 different occasions, and we had not even spoken with each other. And then when we saw each other, it's like, oh, you burned yourself too? So did I. You know, so that's how we found out that that's a dangerous thing about the Instyler. But especially with the smaller barrel one, maybe the bigger one, I'm not sure why. I've never burnt myself with the bigger one. I used to use the fatter one at another time, and I never burned myself. And when I got this smaller one, I burned myself. So there might be something about the smaller one that people are not noticing. But anyway, so I was explaining how I take pieces of my hair, and my hair is still slightly wet. I usually do it when it's all the way dry, but I just washed my hair, so I figured I'd try it, experimenting with it wet. Lighting isn't the best. I might change that. But so my hair's still slightly damp. Be careful. I touched my finger, but I'm okay. And of course, the barrel has to be turning. Oops, I'm doing it the wrong way. You should be turning against the hair. What is that blue thing? I'm sorry. I hope you can't see that. Oh gosh, what is this? Introducing. All right. I hope you didn't. There was something on the screen. All right. So now, do it in the direction of the hair. You don't want to. You want to smooth the hair somewhat. Now you could smooth your hair, or if you want to add curl to your hair, the Instyler actually works as the curling iron as well. You can just start twirling it as well. You can curl your hair this way. Ow. But you're going to be scared to buy this thing. You know, be careful. I'm sort of, since I don't have a mirror, I'm doing it straight onto the camera. I'm not seeing as well what I usually see. But so my hair is sort of drying as, should go this way better, as I'm doing it. I see a lot of steam coming out. I don't know if you could see that, but because my hair's wet. You know, take another piece. I don't have much left, but I'm going to try to change the lighting. I like this Google Hangouts. You can change the lighting because my hair is so dark. The thing is, before I had it here, I don't know if you could see my hair better that way. I think I look better in this light when I change there's some features on Google Hangouts. You can change it. It looks better or worse. But anyway, it doesn't really matter if you can see. You get the idea of what I'm doing. You know, take a brush and smooth it out a little and keep going. So anyway, I was going to talk about this. Oh, well, I know this isn't the best news to hear. You know, everybody was rooting for me with my new guy, but it's not. It has not worked out. We dated about a month and a half, I'd say. And we just realized that our personalities are just too different. It's not that he's a bad person or I'm a bad person, but I guess I got on his nerves. I'm a bit, um, you know, of a, I'm not sure what. I'm a little bit of a controlling person, not in a dominating way, but I just sort of, for example, I'll tell you one of the arguments we had. So he was, I think, a bit oversensitive. Maybe he was slightly insecure, and I guess I was a bit overbearing as well. So the two of us together didn't match. But I think that was the main thing. But for example, he has to go get a little operation done, a little procedure. It's an outpatient procedure, but it's something that affects his work, and he really needs to get it done. It's some pain that he's having. So, so we went to the doctor, and they did you know, the studies, and they realized he's going to need a small procedure to fix something. So, so he says, "Oh, I'd like to get it done in January." So I said, "Oh, yeah, that's important." And I'm thinking to myself, it was already the day we had the argument. It was already like the second week of December. He said he wants to get it done in January because that's when his insurance kicks in. And so I was thinking to myself, I guess a little bit the secretary in me came out too. For a secretary, three weeks is not a lot of time. January is in 3 weeks or less. So So it's like, oh, well, you have to call now. If you want it done in January, you have to call now. You can't wait until January. Well, first I said it calmly. I'm like, the way I just talked, that's how I got it when he didn't give it as much importance as I did. But so I guess the argument started that, like, butt out. Basically, he was like, butt out. I can take care of myself. Was his basic, which is true. He's a grown man. He's in his 50s. Of course, he can take care of himself. He can make his own appointments for the doctor. And I mean, I've only known him not that long, so who am I to go in there and tell him how he's supposed to make his doctor's appointment? So I understand that. But I just thought he was being a bit overreactive. Well, first of all, his response to me saying you need to call now because January's going to be here, and if you wait too long, there won't be any appointments left for January because doctors get filled up, So you need to call now to make the appointment for January. So anyway, that was only one of the many arguments. So he got offended that I was telling him what to do, and that I got offended that he was treating me badly, and he used some curse words, and and I guess since I didn't see that he was taking what I said seriously, because it is an operation he needs to get done, it could get serious if he doesn't have it fixed. So I was being maybe overly concerned for a guy that I just met, but if you're in a relationship with someone, you are concerned, So anyway, the argument just got out of hand, and I guess apparently I'm like that in other occasions too. This wasn't the first time. We've been having little spats the whole time ever since we met. Actually, shortly after we started dating, we've been having little spats like that where he felt that I should just not concern myself with his stuff. So basically, he felt I was butting into his life too much. But if he's my boyfriend, I think, in quotes, I have a right to butt into his life. But maybe I was doing all this stuff too soon. I don't know. Yeah, I was like right into relationship mode. But so was he. I could see if he was treating me like the other guys treat me. Like, yeah, we date, and then they won't call for like a few weeks, and it'll be like, obviously they're not that interested. But he was showing a great amount of interest. So I guess I automatically assumed it was a relationship. But I don't know. So, it kind of went sour quick. The first week or 2 or 3 even was nice, but it started to get progressively worse. And then it got to the point where when he started using curse words at me, it was past the point where he respects me anymore. So once he passes that point, I don't feel comfortable. I can't trust him, because I know that he can stoop to that level. And even if he was sorry, which he's not, but even if he were sorry, at this point, he's already past the point that's acceptable to me for being respectful of me. So, no matter how I think it warranted some of the things he said to me, I guess once he let loose, he just let loose, and he said a bunch of really mean things that, I guess at that point he's like, I'm gonna really make her hate me so that she'll just leave me alone. So, I mean, whatever. It was kind of a bad ending. It was really, but whatever. So that's over, and I'm not completely, I'm a little bummed, but I'm not completely destroyed. I'm like, we were only dating, about I guess about 6 weeks, because I met him like the 27th of October, and now we broke up like a day or two ago. So that's about 6 weeks. So that's, the longest relationship I've had since my divorce. So, but, it kind of made me sour on the whole try to find someone deal again. I'm just like, what was I thinking? How could I possibly think somebody would be interested in, at this age, have the kind of relationship you look for when you're young. But when you've already been divorced, and he's been divorced twice, so he puts up with even less than I do. He's had 2 divorces. So he's at a stage in his life where, I'm not dealing with any crap from anyone. I can do whatever I want. If I think he's drinking too much, screw me, because, yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. I kind of felt that he liked alcohol, which there was an indication of that since when I met him, he was drunk. So, I mean, but I was figuring, okay, well, he's on vacation, but then like we went out a time or two again, and I felt that and I have a sort of a phobia of alcoholism from experiences I've had. So but I'm very sensitive to when I think it's not necessarily how much the person drinks, because maybe in front of me he didn't drink that much, but it's a feeling I get. It's maybe more of an intuition. I've been with people who have drunk a lot. I went to my high school reunion a few weeks ago, and there were 3 guys there, and all 3 of them were drinking. We're having a good time. It's our reunion. We're going to just, and 2 of them, they all drank the same amount, probably. I mean, I wasn't watching every single one. And 2 of them seemed normal about it. It's like, yeah, those 2 are just having a fun time tonight. And the other one I could tell was different. He had a different relationship with the alcohol. He was I guess I've been around alcoholics, so I don't know. I feel, I could be completely mistaken, but I feel I have sort of a sixth sense about people who drink too much, who have a problem. Because drinking too much doesn't necessarily mean you're an alcoholic. You might be having a good time. Like I said, those 2 guys looked like they were just having a good time, but there's a look that the person has. There's a smell, a certain smell that alcoholics or people who drink all the time have. And it's not a bad smell. It's not like a PU smell, but it's a sort of a smell that I've noticed. And anyway, so I did mention to him once or twice that, about it. And I guess that bothered him. And, which I probably, it's probably good we got it out right away, so he knows exactly what I can accept and what I can't. And so anyway. So, but even so, you get this bitter feeling because, I mean, obviously it wasn't going to work out, but I guess the stuff he said was really mean. And I mean, heck, I've been through worse with my husband. My husband has said really mean things to me. And I said really mean things to my husband. I mean, but when it gets to the point where, like with this guy, I never got to the point where I disrespected him verbally. Although he would, I guess, claim that I disrespected him by treating him like he can't run his life. So maybe that's a form of disrespect. I don't know. But I guess I'm tired of analyzing stuff, And then I did something really dumb, kind of. So it was over with the guy from the cruise, and I was feeling a little down, a little lonely or whatever. I texted the guy that, like, it's been almost a year since I've seen him, but there was a guy that I was seeing on and off who was always very casual. Like, he'd call me, we'd go out, And then weeks would pass, he wouldn't call, and then he'd call if it occurred to him. You know, it was really just so. And I had decided one day that it was too painful for me and I couldn't do it anymore. And I just stopped texting him. And when he called a time or two after that, I kind of said, well, I'm not really happy with, and it kind of ended that way. Not on a mean note. It ended on a mutual agreement that, well, you just want to have a good time and I'm looking for a relationship. So, I'd appreciate it if you just stopped calling me because it's difficult for me. And he respected me on that. I mean, he apparently has plenty of women you can call, losing one of them. But so after this breakup with this guy, I texted him and I said, oh, hi, how are you? And let's go to lunch. So I don't know. I'm probably getting into probably not doing the right thing. And I don't know if I'm going to actually, he said, yeah, maybe we could go to lunch next week. So I don't know what I'm looking for. Validation, I don't know. I should probably stay away from him. He's going to, well, but see, I'm thinking, okay, with that guy, I know not to expect anything. So, I won't get hurt. I don't know. Because that's what I said to myself the last time when I was seeing him. I said, okay, well, sorry, this is moving too much. Well, I know where I stand. I know he's not going to be faithful to me. He's honest about it, so I should just take it as it comes. I was thinking I could handle it and I couldn't the last time. So what makes me think I can handle it now? But 1 second, I'll be right back. But anyway, so I don't know. I'll probably, maybe I will go to lunch with him. I don't know what I'm doing really. I'm probably not thinking straight right now, but I'm just kind of bummed that I let myself fall for this guy from the cruise ship when I already saw indications that he was a player, that he was a partier. And, you always find excuses. I have this on, maybe I should change the lighting again because I'm seeing that I look so light. I like how I look because you can't see any wrinkle. When I have this enhanced, it's called brighten is this how I have the camera. I guess I'm done with my hair. It's still a little damp. But then what I do, let me finish my hair and then I'll keep rambling. What I do after I do my hair, and it's still a little wet, but I'll just finish. Then I unplug it, and then I do this. I just do this to make it, just kind of natural. And I could have done a better job. I'll probably do it more again in the mirror. So that's how that stands. And I don't want to make this too long. And apparently nobody's coming in here because there's a way to invite people to come see you while you're chatting. Oh, I just realized I don't have the chat bar on, but I don't think anyone's there anyway. But I don't know how that works. Maybe I'm supposed to make an announcement first, like a video, okay, on a certain time, a certain date, I'm going to be doing a live hangout. Because it would be nice if people came in live. And I think there's even a way that you can all put our webcams on and we can all talk with each other. So that might be nice, So that's it. How long is this already? I think it's going to be no longer than 30 minutes. I think it cuts off at 30 minutes. I set it for that. Let me fiddle with this thing because I know I look really good, like when it's on this color, the screen, but that's not how I look in real life. So I don't want to be a fake. Although if you see my videos, you know how I really look. Maybe that one. That's how I really look, sort of. I got some makeup on. I like the white one, the one where I'm white. And then I also noticed, I did this on the other video, but if you don't like gum chewing, you won't have seen it. The black and white. That's the black and white. That's a little bit, it's a little softer, makes me look a little softer too. And then this is just regular. That's regular. That's black and white. Oh, look, I can even just, that one is called smooth. which I don't notice the difference between smooth and original. This is original and this is smooth. Is there a difference? I don't see. Well, maybe a little bit. Then the next one is warm. Oh, I kind of like warm because the wall doesn't look so green. And then this one is called Spotlight. I'm not wearing my glasses. This one is called Brighten. That's the one that I think I look really good because you can't see any wrinkles or anything. Then this one is called Focus. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay, look, because if I go over here, it's foggy, and I'm focused right in the middle. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, and then this one is Enhanced. Enhanced maybe looks kind of okay. See, I'm getting red. I put on some base, sort of cover stick. I always do that when I did my makeup on the other channel, chewing gum. But I'm already turning red, see? So, well, I'm not going to make this too long because I don't know how this Google Hangout is going to work. We'll see. I'm going to, look, my ears are all red too from that Instyler. I feel them, they're hot. I thought I would do a knitting lesson though. I might do a knitting lesson on Google Chat on my sewing and clothing design channel. I could just do it right here in front of the camera. Hey, I could do knitting lessons. That just occurred to me on my clothing design channel. It's kind of hard to do sewing lessons live and pattern making lessons live because you got to prepare the pattern first and it takes a long time. But knitting is just, you're just showing them the stitches. It's not that difficult. Or crochet or macrame. I actually don't know much macrame. I know a little bit, so I could get better at that. But, oh, if anyone, well, never mind. I'm pushing a sweater I just made. I have it for sale on Etsy, but if you want to see it, it's a small sweater. It's got an owl bling right here. It's a one button owl bling. You'll see it on Etsy better. I'll just show you how it looks. It's a short one. You could wear it like as a sort of a jacket to work. It's sort of a worky looking jacket. You could wear it in an office with a sort of a crew neck blouse. Buttons like this, and it's just about to it's above your hips, you know, and it's small. It's for someone my size or smaller. I should do it. I have a picture on Etsy. I'm just wearing a lower cut t-shirt because you see, if you wear a blouse, you could wear a blouse too, and then the collar going over the top. I don't know if you can imagine it, but I think I'll put a picture on Etsy with a dress suggestion for work because I have a suggestion on there for casual, how to wear it as a casual sweater, but not as a, so I'll put a link below if you want to see that. It's for sale. I might put it on Amazon too, but Amazon wants UPC symbols, which you can purchase online, but I don't know if I want to get into that yet. I don't have such a large amount of stock. This is really all I have for sale. Or you can order a dog coat. I should probably make one. I don't have any dog coats in stock, but you could tell me and I'll make one. But people usually don't want to do a made-to-order thing. They want it there, ready to ship. So I think I'll maybe make a dog coat this week and have that because it's cold up north. People need coats for their dogs. Okay, thanks for watching. See you. Tell me how I can improve this Google Hangouts, or if you know anything about it. I don't know how it works yet. I'll learn. Bye.